6, a gain of 1. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Grabbed behind the line. It's Maddox. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. First down here for the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. The give to the lone running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. The give out of the gun. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Trying to move them on the counter. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed.
And the ball's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
I'll tell you, what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll try the run. Off to the races to the right. The 50. He's at the 40. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the blocks. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays. You continue to trust him. This guy is a great running back.
Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver shows motion. Going to the ground. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. North Carolina overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Chapel Hill, these Tar Heels got to be thrilled with this result. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Leaves it with the running back. Got room at the 35. Nothing but green ahead. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He'll sneak it. Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Missouri!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Quarterback checking off. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. The Vols will hustle to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The offense set for a 1st down play. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The give. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Quarterback adapting. Had to get rid of it quickly. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together.
He's going up top. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Looking for room. It's Maddox. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second half.
Leaves it with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
3rd down play from the gun. Buys a little time. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. And the Vols will send out the punt unit. Makes the grab at the 10. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got him wide open. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's... This defense gets the ball back for its own.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Maddox. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Volunteer! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And the point after is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. MIZZ has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
On second down, he'll let it fly. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're trying to get to him. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Missouri wants to go fast. On 3rd down, going up top. Extending the play. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the left. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tiger!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the tailback. Sweet feet on the move. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On third down, he drops to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. A third and long coming up here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Steps away. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Bring in the heat. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. MIZZ trying to cash in on a red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest to pound that rock.
Touchdown, Missouri! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this road.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Takes it from the gun on third down. And the ball is picked off. Gets away from one, finds room. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Oh, it's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like... Absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear.
Got a lot of running room. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown ball. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fellow.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Offense getting set for first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He'll start this drive firing. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Makes the grab on the left. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll give it on the counter. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Off the play fake. Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Makes the grab. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Unloads to the wideout. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tiger. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to cover the kick after that that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. To the ground with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs. He's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Finds his tight end. Stopped after making the catch.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
Coming after it. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Now he's going to break the pocket. He's looking on the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They'll give it to the back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. They'll go to the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
It's reverse. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a huge play on the jet sweep, getting that first down. Defensively, I think everybody had their eyes in the backfield. They were not expecting that guy to get the football that quickly and be on the perimeter of the field.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a
touchdown Tiger. And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
With that last touchdown, it looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week. And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack.